Hello guys, welcome to the stream. So today will be another Phoenix Wright gaming stream to hopefully finish up that first case that was done as a reward. Hopefully the music won't be blasting into the ether this time. Dahlia. I think, if I remember correctly, this is where like the whole, so if I go to my evidence, right, I think this is where the clock comes in. So, let's check it. So we agreed that it was like a little past 3 when its clock stopped. That's what it looks like. So, I think that's gonna come into play, but as I like to do in Phoenix Wright, I like to press every statement, so here we go. Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeny. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl. I know. Mr. Judge?
Yes?
Would you please forgive little old me? Of course he won't! What you did is called perjury.
Oh, come on now. It was just a little old white lie. We'll forget it this time, but please, be more careful from now on, alright?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Oh, not at all.
The judge had better be more careful of himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl. Yes, we know. Oh, I even got an achievement. Yay me. Beware. Okay, so... You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole. I know he doesn't look it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? Really? But I never imagined he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed.
Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him? Oh, wait, I have to press that. So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to your music on your headphones while you watched the scene unfold?
Miss Faye, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness.
I wasn't happy. I was so scared I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer them on? What do you mean by that? Well, I wish the best for them both, and that they would each give the fight their all.
That's very sweet of you, to be so supportive. And what happened after that?
But Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. Yeah. That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest. Oh my god. Ooh, goodness. It's gonna be interesting. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of the leather jacket?
Well, no, there weren't.
Madam Faye, may I suggest you listen a little more carefully? I said he crashed into him from behind. My Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? Okay, whatever. It all occurred in less than a minute. Okay, so we're gonna question this, but I'm pretty sure this is where I present the clock. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it.
I turned my eyes away. That's understandable. Yes, indeed. It would have to have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
If I don't figure out the contradiction here, it's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia. Okay, so... boop. Boop. That's when the cable broke. Then Zaggy tried his best to run away from him. Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. And the cable snapped, and Zaggy became like, all happened and occurred in less than a minute. Okay. So... Okay, so the article says... it broke at 2:55. Okay. And then the clock says after 3. So... I'm thinking we present the testimony again, and then the clock. Objection! That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. Woof woof. You all in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine, that's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stuck at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye.
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m.
Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer, killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Oh my goodness.
Order in the court, what is all this about?
This is nonsense. The real murderer. Even you can't deny the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene, there was a window of opportunity for the real killer.
Ooh. Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
We're ready. We're ready. It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready.
Very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer? Ho ho ho. Oh ho ho ho. Ready to indict someone I don't like.
Alright, let's do it. It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? How can you? The defense is grasping at straws!
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Order! Order! Miss Faye! What? I mean what? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Oh, here comes
How can you say something so rude, Madam Faye? I I didn't do anything.
Miss Faye, this is a very serious charge. Who said that? Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say. Achoo!
You? Oh, what is this?
Please, please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man.
Ah! Achoo, achoo, achoo. Leave my Dolly alone! Cough, achoo. The dogs are even joining. That. Oh, Grossberg is back. He's gotten himself in way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. It seems I arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on the incident in your newspaper clippings. Well, we're gonna have to read that. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Better take a look at it. A good one. It details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Bum, bum, bum. There's a boyfriend.
Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor,
Oh, she's back.
May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. That is, go right ahead.
Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie?
The fact that she calls him Dougie. Anyway, yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. Oh, gosh. The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. Alright, better check our court record real quick. Alright. So, District Courthouse. So, on August 27th at 4 p.m., Diego Armando, age 28, was possibly killed. Ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup, and no poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. So there you have it. So she possibly killed our boyfriend here. Alright. Eight months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What could that possibly have to do with this case?
The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, has a very good reason.
Very well then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Get her! Get her! Oh.
How I met my Feeny.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day.
We're so lovey-dovey, we literally just make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Oh, is she quoting him? Oh, no, he's... he's adding his 2 cents.
Mr. Wright, do that again, and you will be held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Oh, you go, Mr. Grossberg.
Hey, meet my Feeny.
Alright. Bam. Press. So, until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow.
Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly. I'm ashamed of myself.
Oh, no, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind.
Judge.
My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle. Oh, ho, ho.
Maybe you should look for a different line of work. Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Judge-Ini.
It's
okay, so... The courthouse reading room? That's a strange place to meet the, love of your life.
That's not true, Madam Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. Miss Faye, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case,
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. Better tread carefully. Oh, I forgot about this. Why not? It's the first case. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases your honor, the answer is simply this.
Okay. What was the paper about? What was the paper? You were writing a paper? On what?
On the relationship between modern senru poetry and the criminal underworld.
Oh, that sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? Now I've even forgotten what I've forgotten.
I can't let the midlife crisis stuff. Yeah, why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully. Yes, okay, alright, we'll present it. We'll present it. Alright. Grossberg is like, you're not gonna learn anything else, okay? Just present the evidence. Alright, let's do it. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a, much more important reason?
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye?
8 months ago, right here, in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Ooh, girl, you cannot get enough of the courthouse.
Order! 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 This is unbelievable. It's true that the loveliest rose can hide. Miss Faye, that's not fair! You can't slander my witness. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Pardon me. Go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Express some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just gotta stay on the offensive. Well done, me. Ooh, really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. Oh my god. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. Oh my gosh. The poisoning. The poisoning. Poison.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. She wouldn't even know.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
Water break.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today, and I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Aha! Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture, that self-confidence, absolutely smashing. His mustache, though. Alright, it's time to press every statement. Unless Grossberg, like, comes in again and is like, hey, stop doing that. Alright. So, what were you talking about with the defense attorney?
Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger.
Why don't you tell us all, what that incident was? Gosh, I lost my words for a second.
That has absolutely nothing to do with this case.
Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record. You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne?
Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign.
Don't worry, Dolly, I'll protect you!
You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny, please.
Oh, those two really are making me ill. Albeit for decidedly different reasons. Alright, and that's when it happened. How long were you gone?
I've already answered all these questions for the police. But if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes.
And where were you during that stretch of time using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little dolly doesn't poop! Bruh.
You heard the defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time.
Oh, Feeny, please.
The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time. Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
Jeez. She doesn't poop, apparently. About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons?
Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drop says it's half fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
So it's about 2/3 of that amount.
The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what kind of poison? A special kind of poison? How so?
Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh, and where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry, all I know is that what I overheard the policemen saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. Okay, I think this is where we present. Okay. He shows it to everyone. I don't think we have the connection yet, though. Sadly. Sadly, we do not have the necklace connection. Wait, check. Murder in the courthouse. Yeah, we'll just press it. I think something will open up. Hold it! And that's the reason they didn't arrest you. Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison.
I think that's a good enough reason, Madam Faye.
She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions.
So, in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison.
Then all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? Great. Now, just how did a lit student get a get a hold of a poison of all things? Alright, so how could she have gotten the poison? Dougie, Mr. Dougie Fresh. So you see I'm innocent, I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. So, we're going to present Mr. Dougie Fresh. And present him. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you.
What?
In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology.
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Oh, it's dance break time. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table, you.
No!
Oh, she got it.
Order! Could it be? That's nothing but a basic action.
May I say something, Madam Faye?
What is it, Miss Hawthorne?
The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you need some kind of container.
Well, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse turned upside down. But they didn't find the suspicious container anywhere, did they?
She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof? She got me good with that. No, she didn't. We got this. We got this.
Provide some evidence, or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're gonna lose this lead.
The police conducted a full body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're gonna accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container that the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
What happened to it? What happened to it? She keeps asking him to give it back. Alright, here we go. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
So the defendant was this witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present.
But that's...
Oh, that's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It really is quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye?
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away. Poor Phoebe.
Oh, what are you saying? There's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain that if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
Oh my goodness, she's yelling in court. Oh, order in the court.
Oh, here we go again. On behalf of my Dolly, I object!
Mr. Wright, control yourself!
I won't let you bully her like this!
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Yeah, she's like the worst. Why? Because I'm madly in love with her!
Oh boy. Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne would want to date you anyway? Damn. Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is, because of the necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not, and is not, madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. You did say it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she's always saying the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl, asking for a present, back like that. For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying! But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she, I don't believe you. No, that's a lie! Oh, gosh! Well, it's recess time. Me, are you alright? Ah, the defendant, he's getting away!
Bailiff, hurry after him!
Yes, I think so. Boy, he went completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright? Looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no. What is it? The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present? It's gone! What? That's terrible! Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Foolish boy! That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now? Oh no. I don't know.
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it. You what?
You ate it?
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah.
What the? What is he doing now?
Dumb younger Phoenix. Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly, that bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination. So it would seem.
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
There, it's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you've placed so much trust and faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Oh, God. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. Well, that's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Faith, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for you, like a beginner like you to understand. In a court of law, evidence is everything.
Oh my God. Even after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, gosh, I'd like to proceed with the trial.
Mr. Wright! I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you.
Oh, what is it?
That day, the day I met Doug Swallow. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business.
Tell you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news.
You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from her lab.
Oh.
Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Bam! Stop. Force pushed. Is it true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous.
There's one more thing after I pushed him that day. I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. With no earphones. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but... I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honor, the defendant is...
Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before.
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye.
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore,
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia planning to kill?
she was planning to kill our friend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Alright, so yes. Yes, since she wanted the necklace back, she was gonna poison him next. Poison his cold killer X. Alright, so... There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was... Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me?
That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Oh my gosh. Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right, the bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Oh, it is.
Feeny, what a joke you are.
Up here comes her true colors. Where she does her hair like, bleh.
Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal, no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne.
We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack.
Well,
Hey, Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. Uh-oh. Hey, I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price? Question mark?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No! Okay, that's a little harsh.
You better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray.
Alright.
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. If we mess up here, our career is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge and let her get away with the murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible! You can't possibly!
It's gotta be the cold killer X. Stupid woman.
Is it the opinion of the court that, it is the opinion of the court that there's been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's paper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She's planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Thank you for the hint, Mia.
Well then, Miss Faye, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's the Cold Killer X because he was taking it religiously, and she had gotten some more poison. So here we go. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
The Cold Killer X, the Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine. Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Dance break. Sorry. Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim Tuck Swallow that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ooh, yes, that's right, she did the same thing this time as well. Kinda sloppy, isn't it? After showing the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright, after shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and the victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison cold medicine? She must have thought, what if they search me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh. Here we go.
Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you?
This stupid woman.
She's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes! Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
Huh, I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Take the drugs.
Mena-Frog! Mena-Frog! Ah! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mena-Frog?
That's just fine.
For the time being, victory is yours.
For the time being?
Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too. Okay?
Yes?
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
Oh boy. Whew! It's finally all over.
I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim! But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care! I'm Winston Payne! And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said!
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said,
There, it's all right, Ricky. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life!
So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
Well, you see, yes.
And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. Just how much trust do you have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Here it comes.
Yeah, my hair, it's flying off. No, my beautiful hair. No, 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 no. No.
Oh boy.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from this very beginning.
Oh, don't lie, just admit you were wrong.
And by the way, Miss Faye,
Yes, Your Honor.
was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other already?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne,
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare, like losing my daughter.
it appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit, along with his hair.
Oh, you can talk.
Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly! Achoo!
Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. Oh well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright,
Not guilty.
Who has that confetti?
This court is adjourned.
April 11th, 3:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 333.
Here, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
Good. I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode, like Mount Vesuvius.
Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe think you could stop talking about him?
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations.
Thanks. You know, I was thinking.
Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Oh boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little.
But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up.
What kind of company does this guy keep?
Yeah, we know the butts. Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself.
That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department?
Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time.
I see.
Say, Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right?
Mr. Wright, I'm still new to this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again. Someday, maybe even in court.
Aww. G'dah.
It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia's gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind.
Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law,
Your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. It's a story for another day. You heard the man.
The end! It's the end of the case. So, yeah. Thank you guys for joining. And yeah, I guess spoilers, not spoilers. Phoenix reveals at the end that Mia is no longer alive. Start a case, but maybe not quite finish it, or I could switch over to artwork. Up to me. Well, okay, for me, it's like I already have this set up, so I feel bad starting a story and not finishing it, but it's easier for me to just keep this set up, because then I'd have to, like, take a quick break, so. We'll start this case. I love this character here. Oh. It's like my hand in the camera. Alright, we'll start episode 2, but we're probably not going to be able to finish it on stream until, like, much later in time. So, and then we go back. Let's do it. The time is 1 a.m. Beep, beep. I don't have to say that.
Detective, we made it. Whew, what a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Oh, you said it, pal. Oh, it must have been a Roxa. Would you mind opening the safe just to double check?
Wait, I gotta remember my gumshoe voice. It's definitely him. Opening the case.
We've been had!
Da, da, da.
Out front! Guards! Turn on the searchlights!
Ah! Ha 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 ha! Better luck next time, gentlemen! Wait. Ah ha ha ha! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. Ha 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 ha! There we go. Ah ha 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 ha! How many more laugh tracks I gotta do? Oh my gosh! It's Phoenix Wright's office. October 11th, 324, Wright & Co. law offices. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important.
What are you freaking out about now?
Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. We're about to hit the big time.
Big time? What do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are...
Ha! Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and Pearly, of course! Oh yeah, Pearly.
Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick.
Girls! You haven't changed a bit! Wait, what are you doing here anyway?
Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this!
What's this, some kind of poster? Oh gosh!
So, okay, in the last game, you meet Pearl because she broke a vase, and yeah, anyway.
Crane Village? Isn't that...
That's right, it's our hometown. Pearly and mine, that is.
What's this about treasures from the boonies?
Very funny. You can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight.
Tonight? What about tonight?
The Treasure of Crane exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes.
That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick?
Same plan, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey. And so we get some backstory as well. The younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping up this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium, and a bit of a shady character.
Hey! Who are you calling shady?
And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin, and a spirit medium in training herself.
I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick.
Karain Village is the home of the mysterious Karain channeling technique. Info dump, I guess. And Maya here is the daughter of the Karain school of channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright.
Earth to Nick, how long are you gonna make, two gorgeous women like us wait?
Yes, Mr. Nick, I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit.
Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. Alright, so we get an exhibit poster. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lordly Taylor, main exhibit hall.
Lordly Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed.
Wow, so impressive. Wow, this is awesome!
Yeah, you can even make, even the cheapest junk look great. All depends on how you display it. Art.
Oh, they even have dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fay Manor storeroom.
Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom. Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibition is waiting for us in the basement warehouse.
Alright. I guess we should go and say hello.
Alright. Or we can examine. Why not?
They're just a bunch of old urns. Are these really, treasures, too?
Of course they are! This is a treasure exhibit, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess so. So, all it takes to be a treasure is age? No wonder nobody likes museums.
Oh dang. Bold statement, Phoenix. Bold statement. I like museums plenty.
Oh, Mystic Maya, look! I can't believe it!
Oh, it's so cute! It's just a little diorama of Karain Village! Oh!
Yeah, look at that. Somehow it seems to reek of dreariness.
Oh, Mystic Maya, it's your house. It even says Fay Manor on it.
Yikes, you're right. I kinda wanna add the famous in front of it. That'd be cool.
Don't do it, Maya. They might get mad.
Maya's like, who's gonna stop me? I'm it.
I think I remember this old folding screen here. I'm pretty sure it was an important piece of evidence. Plus, in that murder case that happened in Karain Village.
Yeah, last game.
This folding screen is the greatest of all the spirit channeling secrets. The 6-leaf Karain secret writings for folding screen.
If it's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in here in the exhibit? True words, true words.
Okay.
What's with this big cushion? It's just lying around with nothing on it.
Well, it must be for the greatest treasure of all.
Greatest treasure?
Oh, for Maya? I do like Maya quite a bit. Huh? Why? Of course there is. Right, Pearly?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I bet it'd really take your breath away. Or Pearly. I like my Pearlies.
A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jamming onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's the title in English. 108 Ways to Save Money. I'm pretty sure that the number has gone up since the last time I saw it.
Well, we're always looking for new ways, you know? You know?
Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life.
Alright, so let's go see our options now. Oh, not those options. We're gonna go back, and we're gonna move. Time to go to the basement. October 11th, Lord Lee Taylor's basement. And it kind of looks like the one from the first game. A little bit.
Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright.
This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time.
Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. I don't know who this is yet. Ah! A monster! You were right.
A monster?
Oh. Good evening. It's good to see you again.
You! I know you.
Nice to see you again, too, little miss.
Hello.
Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly?
Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Adrian sure has changed since we last met.
So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away here.
Let's talk. It's been a while, girl. She's from the last game as well.
It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright?
Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman?
Why are you freaking out on me?
What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all.
Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily.
Oh, please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle Pearls further.
Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help.
It was something that happened 7 months ago.
You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case.
Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick?
After that, I quit becoming manager and started this job.
Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us.
No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. And thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life.
Aw, thanks. Thank you, Fire Ruler. I really am grateful.
Whew, that's a relief.
Alright, Lord Lee Taylor.
I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. And handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring.
Well, Lord Lee Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums.
Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums.
Yes, I did. That's really wonderful.
So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh?
Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well.
That sounds good. So what is with that face she's making?
What is with the face she's making? Okay, I guess we don't have anything quite to present yet. I guess we have the treasure exhibit poster. Oh, back.
I wanted to do something nice for you and your friends, Mr. Wright.
So that's why you arranged this exhibit?
I knew that Corinne's village was the hometown of your assistant, Maya. I thought it would be great to let the rest of the world know about it, too.
But that's not exactly thanking me, per se, is it?
Maybe, but who would want to see an exhibit on the treasures of Phoenix Wright? I mean, honestly.
I guess I can't argue with that one.
Yeah, Phoenix, what do you have? What do you have? Alright, let's check this place out. So, we got a computer.
This computer. It looks like it's hooked up to the security camera above.
And that means what?
The camera is set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out of the storeroom. Then that data from the camera gets uploaded to this computer here, that's what.
I see. That's some pretty high-tech stuff. Yeah, real high tech. Oh gosh, look at this phone. Exit. Alright, let's slide, I guess. Oh my goodness.
Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right?
Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Karain channeling technique, Amy Faye. Yeah, she probably knows. The statue's on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Golden statue.
What's that creepy looking thing she's holding?
Don't ask me, how should I know?
Well, you are the future master, right?
Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Karain... Oh god. Shichishito. I'm sorry for butchering it. Shichichito. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade itself isn't sharp. Ah, Philly. I want to cut something, you know?
What are you eyeing me for?
Oh, look. It's already 8. Have you all eaten yet?
No, we haven't. Well, actually...
I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Ooh, I like the sound of that, dine. It sounds so fancy.
I'll have the kids' lunch.
Haha, Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner?
Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me.
Well, shall we head upstairs then?
After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day, something terrible would happen.
Bum. October 12th, 10:09 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Nick! This is terrible! What the? You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak.
Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time.
I'm going to turn on the TV.
We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, the authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of a renowned phantom thief, Mask to Mask. Mask to Mask? According to a spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. And this is the 5th heist by this phantom thief, who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor?
Well, Nick, what are you gonna do?
Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet! Treasure, Lordly Taylor, you don't think?
Yes, now get up, Nick! It was stolen by Mask to Mask. Our most valuable treasure. The Karain sacred urn was stolen!
What?
Let's talk about it some more. Refresh my memory a little. What's this sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Karain Village, that's all! Look, it's right here, on this poster. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul, namely the soul of Mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Karain channeling technique. Right, Burley?
Yes, that's right.
Hold up. I thought the urn had the name Amy written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Burley?
Well, there's some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick?
Oh, that's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Karain Village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case.
Alright, what to do?
Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so, let's see what's next.
What's wrong with you, Nick?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Mr. Nick, your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you?
But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how, like...
The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Korean School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't.
Okay, I do. So, what am I supposed to do about it?
Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this.
Yeah, and get the sacred urn back. But, I'm not a detective, I'm a lawyer.
That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya.
Oh man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So, what's the name of this bad guy again?
Mask to mask, Nick. Make note of it. Mask to mask.
Alright, last year's incident.
It was terrible. I was arrested and everything. Again.
1 year ago, the murder in Korean Village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channels, and this urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence.
Well, we can't play the second game anymore, can we?
Now we can.
Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. This urn used to say Amy on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Well, let's just say it didn't work out so well.
Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either.
Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now, instead of Amy, it says, I am. Can't believe no one's noticed this now. Until now, a whole year later.
Can't believe it myself.
Well,
I guess. I mean, do we have anything? I mean, we can be like. I'm a lawyer. Remember? So, what do you think about this? What about it, Pearly?
I'm not certain. What do you think, Mr. Nick?
maybe 3 heads aren't better than 1.
Alright. Oh, I guess I should check real quick who we have in our profiles. Okay. So, we got introduced to everyone already. Alright, time to move. I guess I could examine real quick. Just as a nod.
Charlie! Quite a decorative plant. When she was alive, Mia really loved it. She even went so far as to make it our mascot. Must be nice to be a plant, being able to just sit in the sun and photosynthesize. Photosynthesis.
Hey, Nick! No time for daydreaming! That's right, Mr. Nick, no time for daydreaming!
Oh man, until I find that urn, they're not gonna give me a second of peace.
Just want to think about the plants. Alright, let's go. October 12th, Lord Lee Taylor's main exhibition hall.
Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy.
It doesn't look like anything's been disturbed.
Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night.
Bad guy, huh?
Hey, you can't poke around. Yeah. Hey, you can't poke around here, pal! Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. That's you! And I'm the one who should be saying not again! Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that! What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here
Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already?
Hello. It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective.
Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name's Gumshoe, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now's a good chance for you to try and remember it right.
And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick.
Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick.
Yeah. Good to see you too, I guess.
Dang, Maya. Dang, Maya. What happened?
Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened?
Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Had a girl. It's just Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn.
I know about that.
Oh, well, the criminal's name is Mask to Mask.
I know about that too.
Detective, can't you tell us something other than that?
Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night around 1:30 in the morning.
How exactly do you know that?
We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen.
The scene of the crime? You mean here, right?
Wrong. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse.
Basement warehouse, huh?
So who was guarding the basement warehouse?
That guy, it's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head and thinking that he's an ace detective or something.
Ace Detective? Isn't that a different game? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask to Mask. Is he, like, famous?
What?
You're joking! Right, Nick? Come on. Mask to Mask is, like, the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear, known to surprise unsuspecting victims.
Uh-huh.
But underneath those disguises is the true Mask of the Mask.
So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? Oh gosh, that movie.
And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time.
What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn?
Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something.
Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. Ace Detective. So why do you call him an Ace Detective anyway?
That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up.
So, what's he like?
Well, like I told you, Mask to Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back.
Wow, that is impressive. All by himself?
Yeah, gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy.
But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief.
Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues.
So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh?
Calling card.
So what's this calling card?
Here it is, but don't show it to anyone. Top secret, okay, pal?
What's this mark on the front?
That's Mask to Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All his calling cards have got it on them.
They didn't mention that on the news flash.
We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell a calling card is real or not is by this emblem.
Oh my gosh. Scruffy's voice is like... Whew. Anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, when you get famous, there are always imitators.
Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday.
Oh my gosh, foreshadowing.
Yeah. I mean, thanks, I guess.
Alright, I guess let's move. Because I think we already examined everything in here. Basement. Gotta go to the basement. October 12th, Lordly Taylor. Basement warehouse. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills.
It's probably because it's air conditioned to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean? Oh god. I hate this guy. I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home.
Who are you, anyway?
Shush! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What do you see?
Zavari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. I'm called Ace Attorney. Yikes! That's scary. How did you know that?
How do you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams.
What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it.
Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is Atme, Luke Atme. Case detective. Oh, hi.
Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of.
The name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney.
I'm Maya Faye. I'm a spirit medium.
And I'm, Pearl Faye. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin, and I'm spirit medium Ace Apprentice.
Excellent! Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does the phrase, one short of a baker's dozen, come to mind with this guy?
Alright, I guess we better talk to him. He seems eager to talk.
So are you really as famous as you say? Of course, for a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Ha, look at me! It's like my name or something. I am Master Mask's arch enemy, the Ace Detective Luke Atme. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other, the angelic cherubs of light. It's like Batman and the Joker.
Boy, now I'm really lost.
What is he saying, Nick?
I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I have thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I have even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Megina, to the crime scene. I did it all by myself. I took it back from mask to mask, with my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news, in the Great People Around Town segment. They said the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it is not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise.
Oh! Tell us what you know about Mask to Mask, and keep it simple, please.
Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in the most glorious battle. I see. Huh. Wait, hang on a second. You were here last night? Here, in Lordly Taylor. Naturally, wherever Master Mask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like the mask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time, I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Alright. Please, explain to me in excruciating detail what happened exactly last night. But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. I first received the request for my services 20 days ago, and it was 10 days ago that we received Master Mask's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. The calling card arrived, right? Yes, and so, ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in this warehouse, and waited for him alone. But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous! Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? You got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let the mask get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of sight of others. Concealed? Precisely! Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies first, you must fool your friends. It is my own original proverb. Luke Academy 2020. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, sir lawyer. If I knew the question to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though, what? On one? Even though on one came? I think she means no one. So even though you're saying that, even though, oh my gosh. So you're saying that even though no one came through those doors last night, on one, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. Alright. We better present him with the goods, aka, our badge. I'm sorry, I can't be more helpful. I have no interest, save that of finding evidence against my arch-rival. Nah, it's okay. Nick is just a bit of a piddling evidence hog. That's his defense style. Piddling evidence hog? No. A piddling evidence hog, you say. In that case, I'd simply be wasting my breath. Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks, Maya. What could you have said? I was our rival, and not a piddling evidence hog. Anyway. Alright, we'll come back. So, let's examine, because we just have a couple minutes left. Alright, we got a box on the ground. Tisk! So, lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior. Oh, what do you mean? This criminal is an artist! The scene of the crime is the canvas upon which he paints. Only I, Ace Detective Atme, have an eye which is educated enough to read the signs. Could you translate that for me, Nick? I think he pretty much said don't touch anything, amateurs. If there's something you wish to know about, you have a task at me. I know everything there is to know about my rival, Master Mask. What do I do now? Does he have any top secret information? Stuff that only a real crime buff would know? I'll think about what to ask while I listen to what Mr. Ace Detective has to say. Can I check this?
So we have to ask him. Boo! Hiss, hiss. Yeah, he's gonna just say the same thing. Alright, well, fine. Guess better throw some things his way. Alright, yeah, he says, no, am I tribal? Here's the heaven talk you say. I'd say it's wasting my breath. Yeah, yes, you're right, yeah. Stand up for me, Maya, god dang it. Do not fear, young lady. I promise I shall retrieve your urn. Thank you, Detective Acme. I'm counting on you. The final round between Detective Luke Acme and Master Mask is set to begin. Still, there's something funny about this guy. Yeah, but don't forget he managed to retrieve the treasure from the last heist. Yes, I even have a video that details my role in the whole affair. Words. I recorded it directly from the news on TV. Can I interest you in a copy? No thanks. I guess. Master Mask calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top secret piece of information. Well, we got an ace lawyer and an ace spirit medium and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever. Oh, here we go. Well, sir lawyer, I've been told that you are perusing the mysterious thief. Well, that's right! We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If perchance you should discover something of value, return then to my office of Earthly Delights, the Acme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights. Well then, sir lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute!
He's gone.
I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Investigate before he changes his mind.
I want to go to his office too. Take me with you, okay?
Alright, now we finally get to examine. But I think we are getting to time, so... yeah, thanks for joining. Tomorrow will be an art stream, so you guys will get to see the process of making the comic that's like the sketching. So it'll be a very chill, way chill, more chill than this, so if you're cool with that, please come back tomorrow. Oh, in addition, I have some great news. I have a Patreon, and I reached my first Patreon goal. So I sent a message to my patrons because the goal was I'm gonna create like a small mini comic based on some topics I give them, and then they'll vote on it. So you'll be seeing that soon, sooner than later, hopefully. And thanks so much for sticking around, and I will be back tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.